What's up, buddy?
I haven't started yet. Hello and welcome to Here's the Pitch, and I'm your YouTube friend Brad, and we'll talk about my sponsor in a minute, but I got Crazy Cabbie. Is it Crazy? No, just Cabbie. Is it Lee? What are we going by? Hello, Lee!
I'm just me. I'm Lee. So now, is this for you or is this for me?
This is for me, and then I will post it to you.
I like that. I see you got a lot of, how long you been doing this thing, Brad?
6 years. 6 years since 2016, and moved it into a video podcast about a year and a half ago.
Okay. All right. I like it.
Well, what's up with you? What are you doing? Tell us where you're at, and what we haven't seen you, we haven't heard from you. I know that you're in a wheelchair. If people see you, tell us what's going on with Lee. And what are we calling you? Lee, Cabbie? I need to know.
You can call me Cabbie. I like Cabbie.
Okay.
Cabbie's all right. Yeah, because that's kind of the name I built that name. I got what's called CIDP, and it's a neurological disorder that attacks the autoimmune, and it's basically paralyzed me from the waist down. And it's more of a paresis, not a paralyzation. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And will you ever be able to walk again, or you're going?
Very, very rare. It's very rare. I don't think I'll ever be able to walk again. I actually want to cut my legs off because they don't work anymore. And it's like you see the guys with the robot legs, like the vets that like got their legs blown off, and like I feel for those guys. But at the same time, it's like I wish I had legs that worked, and I used to have legs that work, and I can't. I can stand to like maneuver and like take a shit, but I can't walk. As far as I know, I'll never walk again. And in December, it started out, it was called GBS, Guillain-Barré syndrome. And in 2019, I had a doctor, a neurologist, one of the premier neurologists at the VA, tell me, you're never going to walk again. And I have walked since then. So, I have a positive outlook. So that's it. That's me, man.
You do rehab and all that, or do you even attempt?
Yeah, I go to the VA. I'm doing rehab now. I do my own rehab. I was during COVID. Actually, I was in a VA hospital in Lyons, New Jersey for 18 months, and we couldn't have visits. We couldn't have anything, and I did my own rehab in there when they weren't even doing rehab. So, dude, I'm a you know me. I'm a fucking go-getter, bro. I don't fuck around.
Now, I've tried to do this for a year. We've been discussing this, and I'm very excited that you called me. I was so excited. I got a call. It said Lee, and I said, Lee, there you are. Now, is this right? Let me guess. Hold on. You're gonna do a podcast too, right? Is this what I hear?
Yeah, this is actually probably going to be like the launch of my podcast with you, because I'm going to do a podcast. I'm thinking about calling it the Alkalites. You know what an Alkalite is? They follow people, whether it's religious or otherwise. And I got a lot of friends like you. I've garnered friends throughout the industry over the years, and I think that I could maybe use some of those friends that have followed me. And for God's sakes, I was looking, somebody sent me a link. I guess some guy's got hundreds of hours of Stern shit he's throwing up on YouTube. Not hundreds of hours, but I'm in some of it, and it's like a 12-part series. Well, I didn't know that. I never knew people cared. Does that make sense?
Oh, people cared. People cared. People always said to me, and when I would do these, because I told you who's been on, Doug, Goodstein, and Scott the Pay, and just run through the list, and they go, what about Cabbie? Is Cabbie coming on? I'm like, I'm trying. Trust me, I'm trying.
Well, now you got him.
So
you got him.
Where did you go after the Stern Show? I think it was, 06, 07, I think was your last kind of really appearance on there. A little controversy. I
went into radio oblivion. I did some shit on satellite and I did some stuff in New York City and I just got sick of it. And I was like, you know what? This isn't the way for me. And I knew that radio was a dying game. I was the guy in 2000 with, music on my phone and showing the bosses and shit at CBS and telling them they need to get on the internet. And they didn't fucking listen to me. They didn't care. They thought, oh, what's this guy? He's a fucking DJ. What does he know? But I was the same guy who brought them White Stripes. I brought them fucking Queens of the Stone Age. I brought them System of a Down and said, you guys got to play this shit because it's good music. Because that's what the people want to hear. And, they used to have, and I know one of them, John Manelli. He's a friend of mine on Facebook. He's what do you call them guys?
Program director, probably.
No, not a program director, because Kingston was the program director. You remember that prick?
I don't know him, but I seemingly he was.
He was. Yeah, he was good, but he was bad. He was a hardcore. A program director. I mean, they're the hardcore, but. No, not the analysts. What do they call them? The guys who come in and they
consultant.
They the radio
Consultants.
Yes, the consultants thought they knew better. By the way, look at my Christmas lights. You want to see?
Yeah, let's take a look around. Did you put those up?
The state of Florida. And I put the tree up too. Look, this is my tree. I took it from the. This was the tree they used in the lobby, and it was the. Thanksgiving tree. And I said, well, I need a Christmas tree. So I got a Christmas tree.
Where are you living these days? What area are we in?
I'm in Raleigh, bro. I fled New Jersey. Where are you? You're in St. Louis, right?
Yeah. Your friend Rizzuto.
Do you like it there?
Yeah, it's fine. I grew up here, family, friends, I'm stuck. You get stuck.
No, I know. Listen, I'm a Minnesota boy. I was stuck there for a long time, but I had to flee. I lost my teeth. Look at this. Look what the VA did to me. Ready?
Oh, that's actually. You look like a hockey player. You look like you can play for the St. Louis Blues.
Teeth are rotten. I know. That's the cool thing. I do look like a hockey player, but I'm not a hockey player. I'm fat.
No more trim spa. No more I-57.
No more trim spa. It's funny though. I got an offer the other day. I used to be big on selling the dick pills, and somebody reached out to me, and they have a dick pill from France. It's called Clavinet, and they want me to promote it. And it's a good dick pill because I've tried it, and actually. Being a guy in a wheelchair who's you can't call it paralysis because I can still move. Like I can show you, like I can move my feet. Like see,
got your dancing shoes on. I see that. Yeah.
Yeah, those are actually Mephisto. You know Mephisto?
No.
Oh, they're the best shoes in the world. They're like $500 a pair. Those shoes. You know why I got them? Because they're sexy fucking Italian leather, baby.
Say not for a walk-in, not to be funny, but
it would be better if I could walk, but I can't. So I might as well just wear expensive shoes, right?
Yeah. Well, I remember when you were on the Stern show and then you weren't, and Howard got kind of pissed at you at the very end. How long do you think that could have lasted for you if you just sort of just did your thing? I mean, he gave you so many chances. I was curious about just your thoughts of what happened at the end.
You know what, though? But he didn't give me any chances because I didn't work for him. Does that make sense?
It does.
Like, I was just, like, I was a strap hanger. Like, I was like a rider on the subway. I just went in there to entertain people. I never gave a shit about, like, dude, fame, fortune, nothing. It was all about music and having fun and fucking entertaining people. That's all it was for me, man. I didn't give a shit.
You were in his...
I gave everything, and everything I said and everything I ever did was real. That was the shit. My shit was real.
But he really enjoyed you. You're in his inner circle. He would call you. There's so many hangers on there back there that would just die for that sort of relationship. And somehow he picked you.
I didn't. Maybe I could have cultivated it different, but to me, he was like a work person. So I didn't ever consider him a friend. Like, we were friends, like we were work friends. But like, dude, he never like put himself out there like he was a real friend. My real friends do shit for me, and I do shit for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I just moved to North Carolina. I fled a 20-year relationship that it was good while it lasted, but I'm in a better thing right now. But it was like, he didn't reach out as a real human. He just, everything he wanted was, whatever. This is how he put it to me. Anytime you want to come on the show, you can come on the show. You got carte blanche. Okay, well, that's great, but that doesn't mean we're friends.
Did you know that back then, or did you realize that after?
No, I knew that back then. I knew it all the way. That's why I never tried to cultivate it. I knew what he was. He was using me for me. He was using me like he did everybody, dude. I mean, if you didn't know Howard Stern, I mean, you know that everybody he was around, whether it was a whack packer or whatever, they were all just pieces in the. He's a chess player. He's a chess master.
Did you have any contact with him?
He did it good.
Any contact with him at all lately in the last 10 years, 5 years?
Never. Not once. Not once. I send him, every once in a while, I send him random emails, just like some disturbing shit, just to see if he'll respond. He doesn't.
You had did you have a disturbing tape, or did that happen of him? I thought I saw somewhere along the way.
I'm just going to say that, yeah, it happened, and I got rid of it. So I did the right thing instead of doing the wrong thing.
I had Booker.
I had some friends in the government who took a good video, and hey, but
Did you see it?
Huh?
Did you see it?
I saw everything of it. I could still put it out, but I'm not a dickhead, dude. I'm not.
Were you there?
That's what people think. People always thought I was an asshole. I was never an asshole. I was just real.
I'm very excited to see you on the other side of this Zoom call. Thank you, Greg.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me. You're in St. Louis?
Today we've got Craig Gass. He'll be in St. Louis next weekend, May 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. It's Craig Gass. Funny Bone. Hello, Craig.
Do I get a free pasta when I get to St. Louis? Is that what happens?
The book came out. You started a podcast. You're working with Barstool Sports.
The media just portrays this thing out there that like everybody is offended.
You're taping your first comedy album. That's got to be a big thrill for you.
It is. I figured St. Louis, my sensibilities are very close to St. Louis.
How was this interview? You've done a million of them today throughout. Were you okay with this, or did we have fun? Was there enough?
Great. We did a great job. Great interview. Absolutely.
This is your East Coast setup. I love it. It's very homey.
There's a technical term for that. And that technical term is bullshit.
You are that voice for so many fans, love you or hate you.
It's so different. It's so different, Brad, on TV and being the network guy than being the team guy.
Because there's Bo Jackson, there's you, there's Dion.
Well, I mean, for Dion, it was a lot different. He was always under the spotlight, even at Florida State.
Woo! All right. Woo! Oh, where did that come from? When did you start doing that?
The first time I heard the record, Great Balls of Fire by Jerry Lee Lewis.
Are you still lifting? It looks like you're a little scrawny these days.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing in quarantine, playing basketball and lifting weights.
I have not. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah, I can see your man babe right there.
Don't look at my boob.
This is one comment that came up a lot, especially when I interviewed Booker. I liked Chris Booker. I don't know how you feel about him these days, but
I like Booker. Booker was always decent to me. We never had fallings out. I always laughed that he went for J-Lo's, what was her sister or whatever?
Yeah. Linda Lopez.
Linda Lopez.
We talked about the night, though, that Howard met Beth, and you were there, right? And can you kind of recount that night for us? Because a lot of people said, "Oh, Cabbie has a different story," and I don't remember even what Booker said. But
I have the real story. She was talking to me, and he came up and jocked my dick, like he totally jocked me, dude. She's a fucking Minnesota girl. She's like Northwest, like fucking all the way. Dude. He was being Howard Stern. He walked up and took that shit away from me. Whatever. I didn't care. I mean, I wasn't with anybody, and I was like, whatever.
Could have been Beth Morozak, huh?
Beth, no, she's not my type. I would have fucked her though. Maybe I did. We'll never know.
It was fun.
I don't tell no tales.
I remember.
You tell tales.
Well, we have to get into that. I remember when she started coming around though, and that was like one of the funniest parts of the show. In a non weird way, a weird way, is everyone was telling Howard how hot Beth was. I mean, Stuttering John and Gary, and then the callers. Oh, it was the most weird thing that I think ever. That is the weirdest thing, that someone had to have that sort of kind of assurement of his girlfriend, that everybody had to come in and ask, "Oh, Howard, Beth, oh my God, Beth." It was pretty weird. It was he's a weird guy, but that was a weird time, and you were around for that.
Well, dude, he I don't know, but I think he turned into what he never thought he would be. Is he needed to be stroked, so like, because he's so like he's a very unattractive man. I mean, you've seen him. Is he attractive?
Well, he looks like Fran Lebowitz now.
He looks like Rick Ocasek ate an insect and spit it out, and then it became Joey Ramone.
That's pretty good. How are you and Stuttering John? I think you've talked to him, but you guys had that great boxing thing. Were you guys? Now I know that seemingly got real, right? And once you guys started really getting into each other, or was that?
I wanted to kill him. I wanted to do a fight without a boxing match. There was no way. I just hang on. I'm gonna go in the house now because you're gonna get me all agitated. Not in a bad way, in a good way. I'm gonna go in the house. Hang on. I gotta roll in the house. Oh, hang on. No, dude, that shit was real. I fucking hated that guy. I always hated that guy. I still hate that guy. He called me. I don't even. Oh shit! I dropped the phone. It's under the fucking. Hang on. Jesus Christ. Oh, there we go. Hang on. He called me. I don't even know how he got my cell phone number, but he got a hold of it. I'm guessing Gary gave it to him. He got my cell phone number and he called me while I was in a fucking hospital at the VA. And he was like, hey, you want to do my podcast? And I was like, no, dude. And he's like, why? And I was like, I'm dealing with this fucking health issue. I'm crippled and in a 500-pound wheelchair. And granted, now look at me. I'm not in a 500-pound wheelchair. I'm in a 30-pound wheelchair that costs $10,000 because I'm the fucking big mouth that got it from the VA. But Stuttering John calls me while I'm in the fucking hospital, and he's like, hey, man, you should come on my fucking podcast. I was like, dude, I'm not into a podcast right now. Just like you. You asked me, and you fucking didn't sweat me. He goes, you have to be on my podcast the first thing when I was like, who listens to just Stuttering John's podcast? Do people actually listen?
I have no idea.
I don't even know. Does he still have a podcast?
I don't know.
So guess what? Before I did this with you, I called him 3 times because 3's my number. And see, one hand is open, one hand is closed. I called him 3 times. He never fucking answered. I gave him every opportunity. Stuttering John can suck my dick. I will fucking eat his face, even as a fucking cripple. I won that fight. That was a fix.
I remember that press conference. We were almost getting into press conference mode there, which was hilarious.
Remember that?
It was so good.
That's legendary video right there, right?
It was good. Another legendary video. You and Ron Jeremy kind of worked together, correct? Is that true?
Yes, the rapist, Ron Jeremy. Yes, I always hated that guy, and everybody who ever knew me knew I fucking hated that guy, and always said he was a freaky pervert, and now he's a rapist, and he's going to go to prison for the rest of his life. Thank God.
What?
Thank God. And guess what? I still have that movie. And wait till you see when I release it. I'm going to release it. You know what? I'm going to release some clips on your show.
Oh, my goodness. Well, that's an exciting exclusive. I can't.
You're going to help me promote my show, right?
We're together here, Cabbie, or Lee, or what
We're together. I think we'd be good together, actually.
How was your relationship with Baba Booey over the years?
You know, it was always good. Baba Booey was a good dude, man. He was always real. He was always good. I never fucked him. He never fucked me. It was always, you know what I'm saying? Like he's a straight shooter. Straight shooter, man. Dude, he found my mother, for God's sakes.
Right. You keep in touch with her?
He passed away Veterans Day last year. Veterans Day last year. And it's really fucked up because my stupid family, who claims to be my fucking family, and I'm telling you right now, because they're fucking scumbags, they told me via text the day after she fucking died, dude. That's sad.
That's not good. Sorry about that.
No, dude, I let her adopt me back. You know that, right? Nobody knows that story.
Tell it.
Well, I let her, after I met her in 2003, I let her adopt me back because she was my mother, and the people who raised me were horseshit. So I let my mother adopt me back, and it was the greatest thing I ever did because I gave her that before she died.
Yeah, that's cool. I was going to ask you about her. I'm sorry to hear about that. What was prison like for you? You went in there for a little bit. Tell me a little bit about what those years.
Prison was it was all right. I mean, you say prison, but like I was in a federal prison, so it was different. It wasn't really all right. They fucking tortured me. They tortured me, yeah, because of my relationship with Howard Stern. They tortured me. I was in the hole for at least, what did I do, like 180 days in solitary? At least. It was, dude, and then they sent me up to, I was at a FMC, I was at Fort Devens, which is a medical place, and the only reason they sent me to the medical place is because they said I tried to kill myself. Do you know that?
No.
The the fucking guard said that I was in the hole at Fort Dix, and granted, how long was my sentence? 1 year. And they said I was going to kill myself because I was in a prison for a year for taxes.
That's
right.
And a lot of people don't go there for tax evasion. Most people get like a slap on the wrist, right?
Well, yeah, and the guy who sentenced me was Judge Gleason, right? And he's the guy who sentenced John Gotti. He's the guy who got John Gotti. And he said it when he sentenced me, he said, I'm going to make an example of you. So I got made an example of. They wanted originally. This is a true story. The prosecutor, what do you call it? He was the Eastern District, because I was in the Eastern District in New York City because I was Staten Island. He wanted to give me 30 years. 30 years for not filing my taxes, because that's what the statute is. It's the crime in America is not in not paying your taxes. It's in not filing the tax returns.
Got to do that.
And that's what I didn't do since 1992. Oh, and by the way, you know, I went on the radio and I said, I'll pay my taxes when the government cures my Gulf War syndrome. You know, in 2008, I got rated 180% disabled from the federal government for Gulf War syndrome. So, yeah, exactly. Go fuck yourself, Uncle Sam, you ball-eating dick bags.
Any new tattoos? Quite interesting life you've had here. Any new tattoos?
No, I have no tattoos that are new. I got to get one covered up, though, because it's got a girl's name, and I'm with a new girl, so you know how that works.
Yeah, congrats, man. You still got game. You look great. Talk to Artie at all? Is Artie Lange's got his podcast? You guys kind of been running the same.
I heard. What is up with him? You've heard his podcast?
I've heard a little bit of it. I guess he's been taping a lot of them while in COVID quarantine or whatever he's up to. So it sounds like he's got kind of a boatload He'll probably have you on, I would think.
What the fucking COVID quarantine, bro? I had COVID. I had it the first layer in the VA when 200 guys were put in their rooms and they died at the VA in Lyons, New Jersey. They fucking murdered men. Did you read my article?
I heard about this. Yes, you told me.
Yeah. These people. And then you got a guy like Artie. No offense, but dude, COVID lockdown. What, dude? Just go live your fucking life.
I think it was more of a lockdown from society. It wasn't his was not COVID based. I would say. How about that?
Yeah, I would say it would be heroin based, probably.
You guys ever get together?
I don't know Artie.
Did you guys ever
get? I don't know Artie. No, I never did drugs with Artie.
It's interesting.
You know what? That'd be a fun thing. I probably should have. Although we might both be dead now. We'd be like two Chris Farleys laying on his fucking living room floor.
Well, you had quite an interesting life. I'm really enjoying our time here. So, what are you're gonna do a podcast? Tell us what you're gonna be up to here in the next couple of years. What you're rolling around. You look good. It feels like you're seemingly healthy here in the mental. Everything sounds good. Tell me what you're gonna do here.
I'm gonna do a podcast, and I'm gonna bring my friends in. I would like you to help me with it. If you're willing and able.
We'll see what we can do. It's hard to do virtually, but we set this up. Kind of took a little bit, but we got it together.
We did set it up, and I'm so glad that I was able to talk to you finally, because you've been asking for a while to do it, and I said I would do it.
And we did it. We did. It's a Christmas miracle.
It is a Christmas miracle. It's better than anything that Jimmy Stewart ever did.
Cabbie, Lee, I don't have anything else. Is there anything you want to add to the folks out there before we say goodbye and have Merry Christmas to everybody?
No, just look out for the podcast. I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna bust ass, and I'm just gonna be me. That's it. That's all I can be, and hopefully people like it.
Well, it was awesome seeing you and hearing you, and I hope everybody out there enjoyed it. I thank you, and I thank you for watching. It's Here's the Pitch, sponsored by Masses in St. Louis, stlmasses.com. Go there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.